Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Foundation Fabs of Lushes 2020 week 6. I will be testing yet another foundation today, and as you can probably tell by the title, it is the KVD True Portrait Foundation. So if you would like to see how KVD Vegan Beauty True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation looks like and wears like on an oily acne prone skin, then just keep on watching. So I'm on KVD Vegan Beauty's website. This obviously used to be Kat Von D Beauty. There are 40 shades in total in the light, medium, tan and deep category. I have actually found that finding a shade in the light category was somewhat difficult. There's like big gaps between the shades. I picked up the shade light 10. Hopefully it's not going to be too light. True Portrait is a lightweight medium coverage foundation in 40 vegan shades that won't clog pores. Like that already. Shake well to activate the innovative liquid to powder formula, which features the elastic essence effect to flex with all of your expressions for a perfect skin look that moves with you. Long lasting yet with an incredible weightless feel, this KVD Vegan Beauty Foundation sets to a beautiful long wear airy matte finish. Ideal for normal to oily skin types, it helps to control shine so you can create the ideal canvas for any look every day. I like that. I bought mine off Boots and it was £28. Boots has pretty much the same description. Don't forget to moisturize before you apply so skin is hydrated and smooth. I did apply moisturizer, my Revolution SPF 30 Protecting Boost. Important, shake the bi-phase formula extremely well to fully mix. If it looks watery, that means you need to shake it more. Squeeze to dispense a small drop. A little goes a long way. Apply with your favorite tool. With this fluid formula, we recommend using your fingers, a dense brush or a damp sponge to apply. So pretty much every single tool that people do actually use. Let's zoom it in and let's get started. I always do like the packaging of KVD Beauty, and I wonder what their packaging is going to look like now Kat Von D has left the building. The packaging is really, really nice. I always thought it was beautiful, and I like the window. Hopefully it might even be a little light, but we shall see. Okay, let's shake, because oh, it has a ball in it. Wow, even the cap is heavy. It's a screw-on cap. I like that because it seems quite secure. And it really is like a dispenser. No, I literally have a bowl of just water. Come on, come out. Come out. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of that. I think it like sat at the top. This foundation really makes you work for it. Let's give it another try. Oh yeah, it drips. I've dispensed 10, ooh, yeah, it's very liquidy. I've dispensed 10 drops because it says this goes a long way, so I don't want to dispense too much. It does tell you can use your fingertips, brush or sponge, so let's try the standard brush and a sponge. I'm going to start with a sponge first, of course, and since it's quite liquidy, I'm worried that it's gonna soak up pretty quickly. Yeah, it's in there, but as long as it dispenses, then I'm fine with it. 10 drops is not enough for my whole face. It's barely enough for the half of my face. The shade is okay. It could even be a little bit darker, but I guess this is the first layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. As you can see, it barely covered anything. I didn't get to this area of my face really because I just haven't had enough. and it has dried down to powder. I took what I think is pretty much a pump and a half equivalent. A little might go a long way, but with a brush, not a sponge, because a sponge soaks it up. Okay, and this is still the first side of my face. However, this time I've built the foundation up a little bit, so there's pretty much 2 layers on now. I'm not gonna lie, I was worried that it was gonna be, you know, very sheer, but it's pretty solid, medium coverage. I might try and build this area in a moment, but I'm gonna move on to the other side of my face and apply the foundation with a brush. I usually don't prefer a brush with such liquidy foundations because they create streaks. However, the advantage of the brush, in this case at least, will be that the foundation isn't going to soak into the sponge. So in theory, you should be using less. Not a fan. I get the streaks and my skin texture is visible because the foundation is sitting in the grooves of my pores. The foundation does dry pretty quickly, like it sets really quickly, which I guess is a good thing for some people. Okay, and this is the other side of my face with 1 layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. The claim is true, it's medium coverage. I will be trying to cover a little bit more in some areas. However, once again, I ran out of the foundation that I poured out. So does it go a long way? Not with me. And this seems to be like a small component, but it's not. It's 30 ml. Not bad. It does build nicely. I am pretty sure you could get this to a full coverage if you kept on building. However, it is beginning to look a little bit cakey. I probably told you this before, but the area around my mouth is a little bit more dry, and because this is like a powder finish, it does cling onto the corners of my mouth and it looks a little bit cakey, a little bit dry. The foundation did kind of stick to my peach fuzz on my top lip. It's not like super visible, but it's there. It just doesn't look the best around my mouth. It is a powder finish. Like, I touch it and it's a very flexible powder finish. I don't mind what this foundation looks like. Let's try different formulas on top of this. I'm of course going to take the Revolution Fast Base Foundation in F14 and I'm going to attempt to contour my face. Okay, that impressed me a lot. That blended in really nicely. There's no skipping. The foundation still looks really nice. I didn't lose any coverage. This worked really well. Oh, the foundation is starting to get itchy around my nose. That means it's setting further. Okay, one more cream formula. This is Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. Ooh. For some reason, I have whatever, a concealer, a foundation missing right there. Sometimes when the foundation is like set too much, it just doesn't want to incorporate other products in. Yeah, I have like a red cast of where the foundation is meeting the concealer. I'm gonna try a different concealer because maybe it's just this particular formula. I'm gonna take Conceal and Define Infinite. You know what? It could be that concealer in particular. That's fine. It just needs very creamy products on top of this to be able to blend nicely. Not gonna lie, so far I really like what this foundation looks like on my skin. And I do like the fact that I don't have to powder because it's matte enough by itself, but it does have like this, I don't know, flexible sort of like natural matte finish. I am gonna, however, powder my under eye. My nose is so itchy. I'm trying not to destroy this foundation, so I'm trying to use this sponge to get rid of my itches, but oh. Okay, I think I'm done. I'm gonna finish my makeup off camera. So far, I don't mind it. I don't mind the coverage. It's actually pretty nice. It's like a solid medium coverage, and even though I don't usually go for this finish, like this powdery finish, it does look really nice. It is 9:53, let's just say 10 o'clock like I usually do. And like I said, I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup off camera, and I shall see you in 2 hours for my first check-in. Okay, you guys, so here it is. This is my face after 2.5 hours. I was a little busy. As we can see, there's a little bit of dewiness in the center of my face. I do have my paper ready so I can blot. However, I'm just going to give it a quick look without. Oh yeah. This area of my face, especially this cheek, she needs to blot. That's the piece of paper. I'm not impressed yet. It's meant to be oil controlling, but we obviously saw that shine. I did not powder, so we do have to take that into consideration. But let's keep going. Let's see you in a couple more hours. I'm sad. This is what my face looks like at hour number 4. As you can see, I'm shiny once again, and the foundation is slowly rubbing off, and it's actually like separating. Look at that cakiness around my mouth. I told you. It's not mixing with my oil and it's separating. But I'm going to blot and show you what that looks like. This is the piece of paper. The transfer is actually not that bad, but it doesn't look bad, okay? It doesn't, but for £28, I really hoped for more. I'm not impressed, but let's keep going and maybe it'll change my mind. Hour number 6, and this is what my face looks like. I was a little bit harsh on this foundation. I had a look at it in different lighting and it doesn't look as bad, I think. I still don't like the fact that the area around my mouth looks so cakey, but like I told you, it kind of looked cakey from the start purely because that area of my face is a little bit dry. It is slowly like wearing off around my jaw, but for 6 hours in, that's actually not that bad. Let's blot it. Okay, so this is the piece of paper. You can even see my fingers there. This is the forehead. Kind of looks a little patchy, but that's more of like my contour area. Maybe I was sweating and I touched my forehead. I just have a mirror here because I can see a little bit better. I don't know. I'm not convinced, basically. It really reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte thing. I'll put it up here. What I'm saying is you can achieve a similar effect, similar wear. It doesn't look bad, it just looks okay. And if you do have a closer inspection, it's nothing to be like super excited about. But let's keep going. I shall see you in 2 more hours. 8 hours in, and this is what my face looks like. It does not look good. I look very, very shiny in the center of my face. The foundation is falling apart. It's falling off of my face. However, before I show you the close-ups, I'm going to blot so you can see them really, really clearly. This is the blotting paper. It's actually getting worse and worse. It's not very long lasting. I hope the camera will capture this, but look at that, like almost just ugh. Look at that. That's like a foundation clumped up. above my lip, but there's like no foundation around here. It just wears off in like the strangest unnice way ever. I don't, you guys. Honestly, if you want something like this or similar, if you want matte, if you want somewhat long lasting, I mean, this is kind of like trying to be Estee Lauder, but like medium coverage, not quite full, but it's just not doing it in the right way. If you want something from the drugstore, again, I think L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour matte is very similar to this. MUA one is quite similar to this. It's not long lasting, it's not oil controlling, and it promises to be. It wears off in a very unnice way, and unfortunately to me that's not a good product. For me, it's a flush. £28 for this. Not worth it. I hope you have found it useful. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next week with another Fabs or Flushes.